Ladies and gentlemen, we have the infamous, polarizing, all things, everything, Miss Jaguar Wright. How are you this evening? I'm glad you're here.
Hi, I'm good.
Good.
Shalom. Good
Thank
to
you.
see you.
Thank
Nice to meet you.
you. My pleasure. Well, let's get right into it. So,
Sure.
I just kind of pivoted today when you were on Sean Atwood with Mr. Courtney Burgess and Ariel. Let's talk about that a little bit, man. Like Courtney and Ariel. I'm gonna let you take it. What, like, we he kind of got he caught himself up a little bit because everybody's like, wait a minute, well, you said this on this interview, then you said that on that interview. So how are we connecting the dots? So I want to hear your perspective on it, please, please.
I think it all spoke for itself. You know, what I love about intelligent black people is that when you find a fixer who knows how to run spin, they can all believing that they answer something that they never answered.
Right.
Ariel a question. It was very important. Why is nobody being honest about the origin of where all of that footage that the feds confiscated came from?
Right.
Why is it a secret at this point? I asked Courtney the same question. If you really want it to be over, if you want to be left alone, if you want the internet to leave you alone, it'll end very quickly. Tell
Very quickly.
everybody who the source is.
Yep.
Then you're done.
Done. Yes.
You're off the ride, kid.
Yep.
You're out of the circus. You're no longer the clown.
Right.
Because the second that you give that up, then that's that.
Yeah.
So why
Well,
not?
why do you think
Why not?
they selected a gentleman like Courtney? And that really is it's appearing that nobody really knows. Like, why do you think they picked him?
He's the black getaway driver that fell asleep in the bank heist car. That's who he is.
Wow.
He has
Yeah.
no idea what he's gotten himself involved with. And for him to be flip flopping with testimony about this, about that, the entire connection between Ariel, Chris, and Courtney is even more confusing than it was before. And people were speculating, saying that, well, Ariel never said Courtney was her client. Is this the one? Because remember, initially, earlier, before Courtney, she stated, which she reiterated on Sean Atwood in September, late September, she said someone came to her with
Mhm.
something, she saw it, and she said she declined.
Correct.
Remember?
I remember. Yes.
Even today, everyone was that was Courtney. But now she's made it very clear it was someone else. So that means several people have come to her regarding these very illicit materials. And Courtney just happened. That's new too. He needed a lawyer and he heard she was a good one and he looked on the TV and he saw a commercial and 555 call Ariel and like it's just there's a little bit too much cloak and dagger for what's supposed to be an honest exposure of the truth. I
Agreed.
become skittish with people when there's a lack of transparency, but you're trying to get people to believe in your authenticity.
Right.
Like a truly authentic person, that there's no cloak and dagger. Everything's straight up.
Right.
Right there, it's transparent. You don't have to pull for it. You don't have to dig for it. Have to ask it 8 ways where it's answered. They're just going to, because they want to relieve themselves, because they want to let go of this burden. The origin of whoever it is that brought these ooh, materials for this
For
book, is that not a burden?
sure.
Why not relieve yourself of that burden?
Agreed. Now, the thing that's interesting and makes it even more weird, when he first came out, he said, "I have tapes." He got on News Nation and said, "I
Mhm.
have tapes." But today he said, "I never had tapes."
Mm.
So it's tricky. I don't know. It's tricky. I don't. I can't call it. I can't call it
You
Jaguar.
know what I do believe that Courtney said that was absolutely true?
What is that?
He wants to be done with this.
I agree. I agree. If you look at
He wants
his
this to
disposition
be
from
over.
right, I agree. His disposition from the previous interview you did with him was very help me, get me out of here. Versus today is kind of like he was like, he was on one today a little bit, which is interesting. Let's just we'll continue to pray for him. And then it's
Listen
Chris
to
Todd.
me. He's a little fat kid who's sick and tired of people throwing things at the back of his head on the school bus. He'd rather walk home now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He wants out the way. He said it a couple of times. He wants his old life back. He was fine before any of this happened.
You want to
You know,
know what's sad? That's never gonna happen.
yes, his life has changed forever. I agree. Um, Chris Todd is another interesting individual, and and just looking at it from an emotional intelligent perspective, and I don't know the gentleman, but what is your thoughts on the fact that he had such a close knit relationship with Kim Porter that she trusted him with all of this information? What is your thoughts on
Do it be true?
that? Let's from what he said. This is this is kind of his. I've heard him say some things along those lines, and then now Courtney's entered the chat and he's saying, "Well, I
Yeah,
had
but
the
Courtney
information
said
first."
that Kim gave everything to him. And you
Right?
heard
He
what
said that
Courtney said?
first.
He said, Chris ain't give me nothing. I am hip hop.
He is
And
hip hop.
Tupac is my friend.
Yeah, that Tupac thing, boy, that was interesting. Yeah, you went in on that one, but that
No, it's just, what you mean you doing it for Pac, G? What you mean?
and then we had the whole internet thinking it was the BMF big meets and it was the other big meets, and boy, that was crazy.
Actually, yes. It was yo, the
Look at you
BMF
started,
like
Jaguar. You
like
got,
who is Big Beach?
got
Like
the whole world thinking Big Me's about to get itself in trouble, man. Look at you.
I'm like, no.
Oh man, but yeah, either way, it's interesting.
I don't think he would do this.
Right? It was crazy. It was crazy. Um, but in reality, it is a very it's too convoluted. To be honest
Yeah.
with you, the whole situation.
Yeah.
Who got the information? I like the question you asked him. Who gave it to you? Just if you can tell the public because you popped out and you wanted that visibility. You said you no longer wanted to be in the background. You didn't want Chris getting all the exposure. So you pop out and now you got to own that and not
Now,
say anything.
now Chris can have all the exposure.
There you go. There you go. If it was him, to say it's him. You know
You
what I mean?
know, it's like a little kid that wanders into a freak off. You know,
Oh man, come on. Oh man.
like,
Jaguar.
sorry.
Hey, we can get it there. It's YouTube. Let's get it. Um, in your opinion, and then I've watched you say this a few times in different ways, but like your opinion on whether or not
Mhm.
what happened to Miss Kim Porter was there foul play involved. You believe that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've said it from the beginning, and I'll say it to the day I'm no more.
Yeah.
In my heart of hearts, I do believe Sean Combs took that woman's life.
Wow. And why do
I
you
believe he found out that she had been counseling and helping Cassie get away and start her new life. I think he became enraged. I think he knew and maybe stumbled across a thing or two. Or I mean, because that new baby mama is he had her spying on Kim.
mm,
She was an employee who was
wow.
spying on Kim, following Kim around, going, pretending to be friends with Kim, accidentally bumping into her while Kim was shopping, having lunch here, there, everywhere. She had no idea that woman, the mother of the little love child,
Yeah. Yeah. The young. Wow.
that loves mother,
Hmm.
that love mother, the little baby love. Her
Yeah.
mother nut, certified weirdo. She had been
Wow.
stalking Kim and following Kim since Diddy was on that singing show with the Megan Trainer.
Really?
Yeah, he had been having her follow Kim around. That
Wow.
girl is crazy. She forced that baby.
Mm.
I still don't understand. You know he's the devil. Why you want
Yeah.
to have a baby with the devil?
Wow.
I guess they thought that money, well, that money getting short now. You see what they did with Daphne Joy. You better hope he don't go the 50 route. You better take whatever payment you getting, ma'am, because I promise you, the
Wow.
state will give you less.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Ariel Mitchell Kidd.
Who
Before
the
you
state
joined,
will give you less.
before you joined today, she was talking a little tough, saying she wants you to keep her name out of your mouth. But I noticed that
Yeah,
once you joined
that
in
changed
the
very quickly, didn't it?
yeah, she changed that energy a little bit. I mean,
Yeah, a lot of it.
what's your thoughts on Miss Ariel Kidd? Like, where did she come
I
from?
think she's learning how to navigate in the social media space. And I think everyone knows that if it even looks like somebody's going to bucket me, it can help create, a movement in their algorithm. So, I mean, I think it is what it is.
That's
I'm not going to say that this isn't entertainment. I like to call this kind of social media engagement edutainment,
edutainment.
educational entertainment because yeah, we having fun and we going back and we're creating a little bit of, a lot of real information being discovered in the process. And so for that, all in. Um, I think a lot of people expect me to be more conventional or more traditional in my approach to how I get information. But at the end of the day, make no mistake about it, my only objective is to make you say what you won't say and trick
Mm,
you into thinking it was your idea into doing so. And I
mhm.
got a million ways to do that.
I hear you. That's that emotional intelligence right there. Um, staying on this topic for a
Oh,
while.
and shout out to my girl Natanya Rubin. Man, I was so glad when she came through so I could just cam down right quick and let her run.
She came in with that heat. I love that. She's phenomenal.
Look, Holy Ghost smoke fire.
No doubt. And shout out to Big Homie CC as well. That's the homie. Thank him for that. Yeah,
Shout out to big homie CC. My dear.
yeah, he's a good dude, good brother. So why haven't they sued you, Jaguar? Why haven't they ceased to desist you? Why haven't they brought you to testify? What's really going on here?
Don't
Are they
nobody
afraid?
want to hear what I gotta say.
Are they afraid to hear what you have to say? Is
I'm
that what
sure
it
they
is?
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a loose cannon. They already know if they put me on that stand, an attorney general might get indicted.
Not the attorney general.
I'm
Wow.
thorough.
Wow. Wow. Um. Okay. Say less. Ray J. Why is Ray J the only person talking out for Diddy? What is that about? What is happening here?
Well, I don't think he's the only person speaking up for Diddy. I think he's the person that needs to,
Need.
you
I like
know,
that. You interjected need. Okay. Okay. Um.
to talk about Diddy because without there, he is a Diddy bop
mm,
all
Not
day.
a Diddy Bob.
He
All day.
needs Diddy.
Wow.
He needs it. He needs Diddy just like Meek needed Diddy.
Mm.
Just like Once Upon a Time Fabulous needed Diddy.
Oh
Just
wow.
like Once Upon a Time Mace needed Diddy.
Oof, you
They
took it.
all needed Diddy. They little Diddyites. I
Diddy
don't
got.
call them sodomites no more. I call them the Diddyite.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Stevie J, another Diddyite.
Well, Stevie said he didn't. He's never been to a freak off party. He just said that on the new TMZ documentary. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
Stevie J said he never been to a freak off.
Yeah, he said that Harvey just released this new thing on Tubi, TMZ's
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Inside the Freak
yeah.
Offs, and he was a part of that. He said he's never been to one.
You know what? All I'm gonna say is You grew up in 10 Commandments. You gonna burn in hell, Stevie. You gonna burn in hell. All the people that you've compromised, all of those cameras that you turned on yourself. Like, why doesn't anybody ever ask Stevie J to be accountable for the way he filmed Eve? Treated her like a pure circus whore. Shoved a dildo this size and this long into her on camera. And they played it at almost every recording studio that I used to work at up and down the East Coast. And they made sure everybody saw it.
That's crazy.
Everybody watched Stevie J bang Eve out like a $2 whore. And she did it with a smile.
Wow, man,
These people
that's
are
crazy.
innocent and they've been doing this crap for years.
That's crazy. That's
They've been
crazy.
doing this crap for years.
Yeah, they have. They definitely
Allegedly, allegedly,
allegedly.
Jocelyn is undetectable. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They
I
know
know.
what they doing.
Wow, undetectable. That's
Allegedly.
wow. Let me drink some water on that one, Jaguar. Wow. Okay.
You got your other baby mama. She had to resort to doing corn with that other gay man, the Nico boy.
Hmm.
Like, why is all these chicks gotta run around doing corn with gay men? And I can't even call them gay because gay men claim it. You know what I call them, but I don't want to demonetize your video.
I appreciate you.
The little fairies, they like that's
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I understand.
this is there's something very wrong with the fact that African Americans are having a hard time understanding that about a third of our entire community has been corrupted spiritually and sexually. These young men ain't out here giving their bodies to other men because they like it. They're doing it for the same reasons that women's doing it.
Hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Look at all these boys running around here busting it open for these men. And then they wonder why they got bitchy attitudes. They having sex like women. Why shouldn't they act like them?
Yeah.
We got big problems, G.
Yeah.
He say he never been to a freak off.
That's the man said. I got to take him at his
And
word,
I'm
Jaguar.
Michael Jackson's
Oh man.
secret love child. You hear me?
My.
And Stevie J get to say he was never at a freak off when he is the Diddy Bop poster boy? Like when they have the "This is what you got to do to survive a freak off" video, it's Stevie J.
Wow.
Stevie J been banging out whatever Diddy tell him to for decades.
Wow.
Why
All
you
right.
keep falling in love, as you say, with women that like to wear harnesses? There's something wrong with these people.
Mm.
And they all doing it raw.
Mm. Mm.
Just juices on juices. Nasty.
Oh my goodness,
I
Jaguar.
feel sorry for every last one of them officers that had to do that raid. And they went and got a tetanus shot and a penicillin shot just to be on the safe side, because there had to be disease breathing through the walls. Like, I can't imagine you walk out and not smell sweat and semen everywhere. I just can't imagine.
Mm.
Kind of stuff they found in there.
Mm. Mm.
Almost 1,000 butt plugs.
That's a lot. That's quite a
That's a
lot
whole lot of corking. It's a whole lot of corking.
for sure. For sure. Allie Carter. What are your thoughts on Miss Allie Carter? Have you had an opportunity to speak with her, if you
No,
can speak on that?
no, and at this point in time, I think it's probably best that I don't.
Okay.
Um, because of the Tupac thing.
Yeah. What do you
I
like?
gotta stay away from it because I've already been down this road with Legina Gold, and just I gotta stay away from it until there's a DNA test
Yeah.
proving that that she is the daughter of Tupac Shakur. I mean, look at the timeline and the schedule of it. It could be true. But see, because of Legina Gold, I can't talk to Allie.
Understood.
If she is what she says she is, I don't want the Legina Gold situation to hurt her. And if she isn't who she's claiming to be, I don't need that situation to harm me.
Understood.
What I can do is I can pray for her, and I hope that she finds her family. But while everybody is busy talking about her paternal side, why is no her mother? Was her birth mother? Like,
Mm.
her birth mother would have had some kind of connection or link or tie back to Pac. There would have had to have been a friend or someone from the studio or the management company who had seen her before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that that would have been the smartest way. Oh, for those who don't know who Legina Gold is, she's the young African woman of Nigerian descent who went viral on TikTok for claiming to be the secret art love child of R. Kelly and Aaliyah.
Yeah.
And she wanted me to stand with her while she got her DNA test and legitimize her. And instead, she collected $100,000 in Cash App, revoked my bond as my bondholder, and had me when I demanded for her to take the DNA test.
Wow.
Interested in experiencing any of that ever again.
Completely understand.
Um, and especially considering it's Pac's story, and with me being on the Keefe D, press corps for that trial, for me having the involvement in the whole downfall of Diddy saga, for me working with Natanya Rubin, who is a bona fide Diddy victim, me, a victim of Sean Carter, me, just censored on a show called Uncensored for telling the absolute truth. And then instead of the truth coming out that it was only a phone call made by Alex Spiro, everyone was led to believe that there was some kind of legal paperwork or document. Like, there's just too much cloak and dagger. There's too much, there's just too much. And people asking the Dame Dash is at. Jaguar's still outside talking.
He
She ain't
did say that.
stopping.
He did say that. He did say that.
Even D. Haven made it very
Yes,
clear on his new interview with Real Life
that
that
was a
he
very
doesn't
good interview.
see Sean Carter going down because he believes that he's working with the authorities. And guess what? You're right.
Hmm.
And yet he said, don't count Jaguar.
He did. He did. It was a great interview by DeHaven for sure.
Oh, D.
Um,
Haven is such an amazing man. I really hope that people go over there and look at that interview because that's
yes,
the real Jay Z.
I've encouraged all my followers to do it. That was a very,
That's the
very
real
powerful,
Jay Z. Go see the real Jay Z.
very
Go
powerful.
see the man that Jay Z has been pretending to be.
Hmm.
And he still ain't get it right. Even with still ain't get it right.
Yeah.
My quest for history being accurately recorded has taken me down so many roads. But I just can't do no more secret love children without them coming with a proven DNA test first.
for sure. Because a lot of people are doing this for clout, be attached to it. You
Oh,
know,
Legina Gold did.
yeah,
She got $100,000 in cash app, cash app. Yeah.
crazy. Hundred
What would you do for a cash app card? Looking
racks.
at. You hear me?
I hear you.
You
I hear you, man.
hear me? Oh, they be out here.
Man, outside. You've been very adamant about your disdain for the Carters, like
Oh,
extreme,
absolutely.
extremely. And I recall you saying, forget which platform it was on. You said you've had them in check for 2 years, and checkmate is coming soon.
It is.
A lot of people are wondering what you mean by that, Miss Jaguar. I know you're not gonna show your hand, but that's powerful, and a lot of people believe in what you're saying because a lot of the things you've been saying
Just
for
one
many years are
name.
starting to come.
Kathy White.
Mm.
Kathy White.
A lot of people don't know who Kathy White is. I'll let you tell the viewers who that is.
She is the deceased alleged pregnant mistress of Sean Carter. At the time when Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter announced her very fake pregnancy, Kathy was already pregnant, carrying Mr. Carter's child, allegedly.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, Kathy passed away. But nobody's ever talked about what happened to that baby.
Mm. I see where you're going with it.
The interesting is that people, that baby is still alive.
Mm.
I'm starting to think they were right.
Mm. All right.
With Adria talking now about the private surgical rooms, about people harvesting babies out of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We I I keep telling everybody the Jigga Man and the Diddler are the same.
Mm.
They just they rock it different.
Mm.
Diddy was always flamboyant and he was always very clear that he was protected, so he didn't care about what he did. But Sean Carter has always been very careful. Go listen to his old friend. Go listen to D Haven
Yeah.
tell you about how his so called best friend swindled him out of what was supposed to be his future. And instead, he found a brighter path. You know, you got to ask yourself, why does this man keep burning good people over and over again? D Haven, good dude. Dame Dash, good dude. Big L was great dude.
Mm.
He keeps burning all of these good people, but look at who he had long term relationships with. R. Kelly, the Diddler, Fat Joe.
Mm.
It's all right there in front of our faces.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep yelling ahead with the truth, sledgehammer until you choose to see it. That's all.
Well, people seeing it now, Miss Jaguar. They seeing what you've been saying is starting to come to fruition, and I appreciate you coming on. We're gonna do this again. This is just part one. I know you have a lot going on. I want to give my appreciation and thanks to you for taking the time today.
I
It was
do.
amazing. I know the viewers appreciate it, and we'll be coming back on Miss Jaguar.
Well, I appreciate them, and I want to say this to everybody. It's always darkest before the dawn, but when you walk in light, your path is always bright, even in darkness. People keep talking about, oh, dark times, bad times. No, it's only bad times for bad people. I want to thank y'all for enough to give it a chance to live. Up for my friends like you, Ruben, Jonathan Hay, and I'll be talking with Liz Crokin very soon. I've been waiting to talk to her for quite some time. She was the last journalist that spoke to Kathy White before she passed away.
Mm.
She was waiting for her to dial in for the interview when she found out she was deceased
Wow.
at 28 years old. And she didn't know she was pregnant.
Mm. Interesting stuff.
Very interesting.
Yes, ma'am. Well,
The
thank
things
you.
that people will do for fame.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. You're so graceful, and I appreciate you so much. And I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Right?
All right.
Take it
You too.
hype. Hype is a dangerous thing.
Miss Jaguar Wright, everybody. Thank you so much.